belong in the world. That's what it is. Something separates me from other people.
Hello, you ding-dongs, and welcome back to the Flix Film Society. I said it wrong in my last episode. I said the Flux Flix Society. So it's the Flux Film Society as of now. I mean, I kind of like the other name that I accidentally said, but I just want to introduce you guys to my friend, Kaila Spargo Soos. Check her
Hello.
out. We just recently did a film together called Goldilocks Halloween Havoc, which was so fun. I feel like we had a really great time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I definitely did. It was a blast. It was kind of grueling with the winter
The
weather and all
yes.
that, but
Yeah.
I had fun
But
working with you and everybody else. So
yeah, no, for sure. That is definitely a thing, the weather. I remember telling you that I had just come from a set that I had shot in 11-degree weather and I was like dying. So even though it was super cold at night and those like skimpy dresses and things that we were wearing, we're dressed in Halloween
we were
costumes.
sitting there like it was freezing.
Yeah, I think it was like 30 degrees. Like, but it
hmm
was It was cold whenever you're wearing like literally nothing. So we're making the best of it. But I think we were also having a really good time. Everybody had like a really good vibe on that set. I personally
Yeah.
had like one of the best times of any film that I filmed all of last year on that set. So I know that I had a great time, and we seem to have connected too. Like, what would
Yeah,
you say
yeah,
about
for
that?
sure. 100%. I was actually not in the best mood the first day that we shot just due to personal reasons. But
Yeah.
as soon as you and I started talking and hanging out, I was texting my husband like, "Oh my god, she's so cool. She's putting me in a good mood." Like, you really just have the best, and I told you that you have such a good vibe, and you
Well,
really do.
thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much for saying that. But yeah, I just instantly felt like a connection with you. And I also just feel like just watching you work, like you can the way you turn it on, like you're very like composed and everything in everyday life, but then the way
Mhm.
as soon as the camera comes on, like you get into character so quickly. But it's like it's not like it doesn't seem like it's like effortless, you
Okay,
know?
cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I really, really admired that. And I was watching some of your work recently.
Aw.
You sent me two things to check out. One was a short film called Until Checkout by, I think I'm gonna butcher this name, Elisandro Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Really? I'm so
Yeah.
impressed with myself. Um, but you had a very dope accent. Like
Thank you.
that was like I love doing accents, but they're like intimidating, right?
Yeah, they are, and I feel like watching it myself. I know we're our own worst critics. I feel like I messed up here and there, but I'm hoping nobody else notices that. But it was my idea to do that accent.
Really?
Yeah, I auditioned. I sent in two different auditions. One was just regular voice, and the second one was with the accent. And the director was like, "Oh my god, I love it. It's amazing. Go with the accent." So I guess it
So
was kind
how
of a
did
ballsy.
Yeah, no, I think whenever a actor makes a choice, like I mean I watch all this stuff about acting and like making a choice when you do the audition that makes you stand out, and I think it's so important, but it's honestly I feel this is a challenge to do because it's like, well, what choice should I make? But I think that I mean doing an accent that you feel comfortable doing
Mhm.
is balls deep in the acting world. I think that's like so like drama, but
I
I
know.
I thought it was amazing, and so it was giving me like Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny, and like
Yeah.
she's so beautiful, and you're so beautiful. By the way,
Oh,
like
thank you.
I knew like you like walked onto the screen and it just had this like shot of your butt and I was like, "Oh, that's my friend." My boyfriend's like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "I know."
That ass.
Yes, exactly, badass though. But yeah, so how did you even link up with those guys that were putting that short film together?
I was on some I was in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I can't remember the name of the website, but it was just to find, like, commercial work and stuff like that, and, I saw something for a student film is what it was,
It was a
and
student film?
yeah, it was a student film, and he got back to me almost immediately and was like, "Oh, yeah, send a couple, video clips of you." He sent the script, and that's when I decided to do the accent and one without, and he said I think it was, like, a day later, he told me, he said, "You stood out beyond anybody else, and we definitely want you for the part," so
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think even in the film, I mean, there's some really, really fun characters in the short, but like, I think as soon as you showed up, it was like, what's happening? Like,
yeah.
he's done called his girlfriend. Like, you just show up and you think he's the boss, and he's totally not the boss. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I didn't think that was a student film. It doesn't seem like a student film at all. It's like
Yeah,
very elevated.
he himself was in college, but obviously the people that he cast, they weren't, but
Right.
yeah, that was the first time I'd done anything like that, so
So if that was your first time acting?
oh, no, I've done other things prior to that, but that was the first time doing like, a student film.
Oh, okay. I've never done a student film, honestly. I auditioned for one, and I did like I'm like I did this cool newscaster voice that I'm very proud of. So anytime
Mhm.
like people like want me to do a newscaster audition, I just send them that and I'm like, "Look, I can do the newscaster voice if you want me
Yeah.
to." Um but it ended up not paying, and I feel like I was like catfished into auditioning because it said paid roles, but then whenever I sent in the
Oh.
audition for the newscaster, they got back with me and then they said, "Oh, that part's not paid though." I was like,
Oh god.
"Why would you do this to me?" Not that there's anything obviously wrong with doing things pro bono. I mean, especially to build
Mhm.
your reel and everything, but that's just not what I thought I was getting into. So I ended up not being a part of what they were doing. They weren't even going to pay for my gas to get up there, and it was like 3 hours away.
Oh, no, that's not okay.
Yeah, so I was like, "No, no, I'm gonna have to pass." But, I mean, I would not mind to be in, like, a super experimental, student film sometimes. I think that would be a lot of fun. Is that the only student film that you've done?
Yes, that's the only one. Other than that, when I was in the San Francisco Bay Area, I did have you ever heard of the show Wives with Knives?
No.
It's on ID Discovery. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore, but,
Okay.
it was on ID Discovery Channel. I did Wives with Knives, and then what was the other one? I Almost Got Away with It. It's like true crime where they have actors reenacting the
Yeah.
real stuff that happened, but they were just a couple small parts, but that was fun to do. It's like real deal, not Hollywood status, but it was another step up from the student film that I had just done, so it
Yeah,
was cool.
absolutely. No, I really wanna get into doing true crime reenactments just because I'm
Uh,
nosy and I wanna know all the details. So let me act them out for you so I can actually just, like,
mhm,
write them down and, like, come up with my own case. But, I love I hate to say that I love true crime because, like, I feel like that's, like
kinda dark, but I'm
yeah.
into it too.
Yeah, it's just like it's kinda scary because it's real, you know? Like, it's a different
Yeah.
kind of horror, you know? But, I would love to get into doing some of those true crime reenactments, like, I think I'm gonna have to get back on Actors Access, though, and figure it out. Have you been on there?
I haven't. I've heard that there's a lot of good stuff on there, though.
Yeah, I had, like, a year, pass to it, like, I bought, like, a year it was, like, kind of expensive, and I
Mhm,
literally could not figure it out for the entire year, so I just canceled it, like, a couple months ago because I didn't know how, but there's a woman that I'm working with on this next movie that I'm about to film this weekend in Louisville, Kentucky. It's called Cult of the
mhm.
Clown, and, she said that she gets a lot of work from Actors Access, and she said if I download it, she'll, like, teach me how to use it, but I'm afraid it's gonna be like a scam.
Oh, cool. No, I've actually heard I think, Andy, the girl that worked with us on Goldilocks,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure she's on there and she's found stuff. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn she mentioned it. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It sounds legit though, based on the stuff that I've heard.
Well, I've also heard like the way that it works is every time that you submit for something, it's like to upload a new photo or upload a new clip or something from something you've already done. It's like you pay each time, which worries me.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I would like that.
No. Well, I'll let you know because I'm about to find out about it this weekend, and
Okay.
if it seems worth it and I can actually figure it out, I'll give you all the information as well so you can get stuff in your area. So, I also wanted
Okay,
to
cool.
ask, um, the bubble gum that you were chewing in that role, was that like a choice that you made or was that like suggested by the director?
That was a choice that I made just because I was raised on all those, like, old not Hollywood, but, mafia movies, and I feel like the women in those movies are always like, "Tell me," you know, like,
I agree. I
it's
loved it.
it's kind of annoying, but
I thought it really lent to the character, like, 100%, like, it just makes her just like, "I'm just here for the ride," you know? Like, that's, like, how
yeah.
that character seems like she was, you know, set out to be, but,
Mhm.
that was awesome. I was really excited to see that because, like, I mean, now that I do mostly horror, you know, and, like, we worked on a
Mhm.
horror film together, and then the next film, that I watched of yours is Beneath the Old Dark House, and then I have it here.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, because, so I do, horror conventions, and but at my very first one several years ago now, I bought this, because I was following Matt Cloud, the director, on Facebook, and he just seemed like somebody I really wanted to work with. I hadn't seen any of his work, to be
Mhm.
quite honest, but I was like, he just had a vibe where I was like, he seems to know what he's doing. He has opinions and he seems like a good
Yeah, for
person. So
sure.
I was like, I wanted to pick it up, but
Mhm.
your story in here was by far the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, you did an incredible job. Like, first of all, I was really impressed with your work in this. I mean, because you not only had to be like a real person working in this restaurant, but like dealing with this kind of creepy guy that everybody else is saying he's creepy, but you're like, no, I want to treat him like a human. And look
Yeah.
where that gets you.
Yeah, I know. I can relate to that. I'm a little bit too nice sometimes, and it's bit me in the ass in the past. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
rhyme, but it has, and, I had to learn from those experiences, so I kinda related to the character, like, "Oh, no, his tips are great, he's harmless," and
Yeah.
it doesn't end well, but
No. Well, we do give spoilers on this show, so don't feel bad about giving spoilers, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't
okay.
watch it because there's several stories. I wasn't expecting an anthology actually. I always was under like I thought this was a feature. I thought it was like a long feature.
Oh,
So I never knew that it was an anthology. So that's my bad. But it honestly, I really liked it. And I really liked how they were connected. And also all the effects were top notch. Like I've been in a lot of movies, right? And I was just like, I don't know if I've
yeah.
ever been in a movie with effects this good. This is like, no offense to anybody I've ever worked with, but these effects are really spot on. Like very, very
Mhm.
good. And I thought all the players, everybody, every single person that was in this was good. And the women are hot. I know that like guys, look at that. You're super
Yeah,
hot. But like, I mean,
thank you.
I was just like, God, okay, so did he just put out a model search or something? Because like all the girls in this
We
are
were, yeah, Matt's one of those people, he likes to cast his friends, so I was already
okay.
friends with him prior to
Oh,
this,
okay.
and, yeah, that we met on Facebook years ago, and I did a
Okay.
couple projects for him, he made some short film, I can't think of the name right now, and I feel bad. But, I did a couple projects for him that never really came to be much, and then he said that he specifically wrote that part in Beneath the Old Dark House for me, and
Hmm.
he's an amazing artist, he does, like, comic books and stuff, But he sent me drawings that he had of me dressed up as like the zombified character and everything. So that was really cool and flattering, and I love Matt so much. He's a really good guy.
That's awesome. I mean, that's really good to hear. That's the kind of vibe I was getting from him. Like,
Hmm.
he seemed like a cool guy. But then to see all the way this was just all the sets in this were like
Uh,
well thought out. It wasn't just like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You work with what you have, but I do a lot of movies where it's just like somebody's, grandma's house and then like, she's out of town and we're just shooting there. And like
yeah.
it's like supposed to be a postmodern house and then it's like, a grandma's house in the background. But I mean,
Hmm.
you make with filmmaking, especially with indie, like you make what you can with what you
You make
have.
you make do. Yeah.
Absolutely. But this, like, I mean, I was just like, how did he seek out some of these places and to like film in front of him, like the motel that the girl is like walking around in front of at the
Yeah.
beginning? I wondered if they had like a set in there. Was the room really in that motel?
I wasn't a part of that at all. The house that we shot in, I know that he rented off of some website because Airbnb wasn't a thing back then. This was shot back in like I think 20 or not 20, sorry. 2012 or 2013. I could be
Really?
wrong, but it didn't come out. Yeah, it didn't come out until 2022.
I was
So
gonna
yeah, it was
ask
shot
that.
years ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was actually a question I was gonna ask you is when this was shot because it seemed like ambiguous. Like it was like this
Yeah.
could have been shot yesterday, but at the same time, like some of the things that they were wearing and like just the fashions and stuff, I'm like, I really can't tell. So that's interesting. So do you know the other stories that are like in the mix, were those shot at totally different years as well?
I know that Brink Stevens.
Hmm.
Is it Brink Stevens or Brinky Stevens? I'm not sure how to
Well, if
pronounce that. Is it Brink?
I think it's just Brink
Oh, okay.
Stevens. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that he finished because she was the last segment. I know he finished that sometime in or around 2020. And then
Yeah.
obviously COVID happened, so they had
Ugh.
to halt production. But yeah, so it was different stages throughout the years, but I don't know exactly 100% when certain things were shot.
Well, I think that's really cool, and I think that goes to show that, like, if you wanna get something done, regardless if it takes 8 years to do it, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Still do it, guys. It's so validating to finally get it out, even if you shot it a long time ago, and you are t so talented in this, that it's, like, so surprising,
Thank
so
you.
you've always been a great actress, so, like, how do you get there? Like, as far as, like, getting into character, what's your process?
I really appreciate you saying that, but, I it just depends on the part, and I watch a lot of movies, so I
Mhm.
usually am heavily influenced by, somebody else that I've seen in a film, like we were saying Marissa Tomei with
Yeah.
Until Checkout, and then with, Beneath the Old Dark House, I was trying to kinda pick up a Sherry Moon Zombie vibe from have you seen, Lords of Salem?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. She's like the dreadlocks. I tried to give myself dreadlocks in that movie. I don't know if it's noticeable. It might just look
No, I did
like
tell. I
curly
was
hair.
like, yeah, I thought it was just like twists or like curly
Yeah.
twists, but I was like, that's a vibe.
I was trying
Well,
to give myself dreadlocks, and she has dreadlocks in Lords of Salem. You need to check it out. A lot of people hate on it, but it's really good. But
is
yeah,
that
so
a
I was
Rob
influenced
Zombie
by
film?
her. Mhm.
Is that a
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it
But
down.
like the as far as the zombie part goes, when I come back to life, that was also Sherry Moon because she's been in a lot of Rob Zombie's music videos. I'm a diehard Rob Zombie fan, by the way. And she's played you've seen Living Dead Girl and stuff like that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and she's kinda, like, sitting there with her head hanging and her arms down by her side, so I was kinda trying to go for the same vibe.
Yeah. So, what was going on with that character, do you think? Like he was in love with you? He was trying to get you to Okay, so I was a little confused because and obviously spoilers, but he grabs your friend so that you have to work late,
Mhm.
right? Like that's that he's tricking
Yeah.
you to have to be there late. You know, he makes it so he has to give you a ride home. He gives you this ride home and then what happens? Like it just doesn't work out. Like what do you think his plans were? Like to get you in the house and then just like woo you, or like because it seems like it goes wrong at some point and he's just like, let's just make do with what we got here.
I feel like he always intended on doing whatever he could to just, like, keep me there forever. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's what ends up happening until
yeah,
like I said, I don't wanna give too much away.
that's
But,
fair.
yeah, but I feel like, yeah, he wanted me to come into the house, he gets me there, breaks my phone so I can't call anybody, and does whatever he can to keep me around pretty much.
Oh yeah, no, as soon as he broke that phone I was like, oh hell no. Like if like when you saw it I would have been like, nope. Like just you imagine yourself in
Yeah,
these roles whenever you're watching it, like I would absolutely be out the door and running down the street like trying to get
yeah.
help because
It
that to
sucks
me.
sometimes.
Yeah,
No,
because
go
you just
ahead.
have to play it. You have to play it like how you have to play it. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. I totally get
It's
that.
like, okay, I'm the dumb girl in the movie, like, "Bitch, run outside. What are you doing?"
Yeah, get out. Like,
Yeah,
this guy's problematic. He broke your phone. I was also wondering
yeah.
about the phone because I was like, that phone does not look like a new phone. So that also like cued me into like, when was this shot? That's why I had that like listed as a
Mhm.
question. Like I wanted to know. But so do you do acting primarily now or is it like a side hustle? Like what is your life like, using this creativity to act out different roles and how do you balance it all?
It's just really something that I recently got back into with Goldilocks. I hadn't
Mhm.
done anything in so long. I was traveling a lot with my husband, he's a pipeline welder, and
Mhm.
that usually requires you to travel all over the place. So we'd be like a
Mhm.
couple months here, 6 months there, sometimes a year or 2 somewhere else, but, I spent majority of the last 9 years traveling with him for his job, and then we finally got into a situation where we were settled down a little bit,
Mhm.
and I met William on Instagram and just started getting back into acting with Goldilocks.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, William and I were actually friends on Facebook for the longest time, way before I actually got the chance to work with him. I was actually
Uh-huh.
in like his area for a while taking classes, and I think I added him when I was in his area. I don't know. I just saw he had made another movie, but it wasn't out yet. And you always are trying to network. You're trying to add people that are like making stuff, like in the industry, so to speak.
Mhm.
And I don't know, he just seemed like a really friendly guy. He was going through a hard time at the time, and I was like, man, I really hope I get a chance to work with him or at least meet, after knowing
Yeah.
someone online for such a long time. So I was like really, really looking forward to this project, and it did not disappoint. I mean, like we said, it was cold. Like we were running around in skimpies, like in the like not freezing cold, but damn near. Like it was pretty cold. But even with all that going on, like I had such a good experience with him and his team, and he is very thorough too. Which like sometimes like they want to get like a shot several times. Like sometimes I work with people and they're just like, that's it, like that's the take or whatever, which is also a little scary because then you're like, did I do my best? I mean, we just did that one time. Like, can we do it again
Yeah.
for safety? But they make sure they get exactly what they want. And I think they kept apologizing to me like, "Oh, we're sorry, like, we're just this is how we work," and I was just like, "No." I don't like it when people are, like, taking a million takes because it's something that, like, they can control. Like, it's like, oh, your foot was in the shot 15 times. We got to do it 16 times now. Like, please move your foot, you know? But like
Yeah.
when the artists in question like have a purpose, it's like I will do this until the sun comes up. Like, as long as you have a purpose for it and it feels like we're like achieving something different and better each take that we
Mhm.
do, I don't mind that at all. How'd you feel about it?
It was different for me, like you were saying, when I worked with Matt, I mean, he would get multiple takes, obviously, but it wasn't to the extent like William does, but William's also I mean, everybody's different.
Yeah.
William has made mention, he's like, "Look, I'm a perfectionist. I'm gonna get as many takes as possible," because he's also the editor,
Mhm.
so he
Oh, I
wants to
didn't
be
know
able
that.
to yeah, so he wants to be able to weed through and figure out what works best, you know? So
Right.
he made mention of that more than once. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a perfectionist, not only because I'm directing the movie, but I'm the editor." So it's like,
Right.
"Oh, okay. It makes sense."
Yeah, honestly, I think that more people should at least know how to edit films, whether they're going to
Mhm.
edit their own films or not. A lot of the people that I work with, they have the idea, they do the storyboarding, they may shoot it, they may not hire someone else to shoot the film, but then they don't really know editing. So if you know editing, you kind of know how you're going to like split from this scene to the next. It's like you can keep that in mind. I'm sure that's what William does. He probably shoots
Yeah.
to edit, you know what I mean? Or,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
yeah, so as far as like, you move around a lot, like that to me seems like a great opportunity to like try to add like different, like I do a lot of like when I travel, I go and if I'm in an area for a week, I don't even care if it's just a week, I will just go and find like actors, filmmakers in that area, and then I'll add it on
Uh-huh.
Facebook and then just see what's available. Like I've gotten some random commercials and stuff like that. But yeah, that
Oh,
seems like a
wow.
great opportunity to just like see what's around, just to be able to like work.
Express myself artistically? Yeah, I really should. I just like I said, I just recently decided to get back into it, and I wanna start trying to find more jobs and auditioning more, so that's a good
Well,
idea, I should do that.
you're so good that, like, I think you deserve to be in more stuff. I would love to see you do more stuff, and obviously, I've just in the 2 projects that you sent me, the
Mhm.
link to the short and then me having Beneath the Old Dark House, totally 2 different roles, and then I totally different than the role that you played in Goldilocks, which I just love to see because I feel like, as you're a hot girl, and I feel like being a hot
So
girl
are
in
you.
horror. Thank you. But you can get pigeonholed into only playing
Mm.
certain types of characters, and I love that just straight off the bat, like what you have is a varied, like different kinds of characters, so you can show people like right away, like I can play this like mob girlfriend, or like I can play like the best friend that's just like tired of that girl shit, or like you know what I mean, or like I can play like the sweet I'm working in a cafe, and I've got this like
Uh,
creepy guy that's always coming in, he's my regular, but I want to treat him with respect, and then oh that wasn't a great idea, but yeah, no, I feel
yeah.
like you can play so many different things. I love that.
Mhm.
So next question, is there any dream role or dream genre that you haven't got to tackle yet?
I would love okay, you know the movie Girl Interrupted with Angelina Jolie?
Yes. It's like my comfort movie.
Oh my god, I would love to play a part like that. Just somebody
Like,
because she's not completely out of her mind, she's supposed to be a sociopath, and they're very
yeah.
calculated, they can come off like they're sane, but they're clearly not, but yeah, something like that, I think that's a drama film, I would love to
Mhm.
do something in that genre, yeah, for sure.
I think you would be and so incredible in that, and even if it did you could even play that part in a horror film as well. I mean, Girl Interrupted was pretty
True,
fucked up.
yeah.
Like,
It's horrific.
yeah, those poor women. But yeah, no, I think that that would be a really, really, really great role for you.
Mhm.
Would you ever do anything like directing or writing your own
Whew.
projects?
Uh, as of now, no. I need way more experience to
Right.
be able to do something like that. But, I could see you doing something like that because of all the experience that you've had.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready. I'm not ready for something like that.
You sound like me. Like whenever people ask me that same question, like would I be interested in writing directing? I do a lot of rewrites for stuff. So sometimes directors will send me something and whether it's my part or not, I'll be like, "Can I tighten this up or like tighten up the language that the dialogue that you're using or kind of like I don't think it needs to be this drawn out. Can we like sharpen this up?" And I'll rewrite stuff for them and I don't get paid for it like at all. So like
Oh, wow.
I feel like I could do that. I think I could write a script. I used to write in script format whenever I was a kid because I used to write plays all the time whenever I was a kid and then like get people in the daycare this is so silly to like act them out. Like it's not like they had to memorize their lines. They're like holding their notebooks or whatever. But I'd write in all their notebooks all their lines, and then I'd be like, okay, so
That's
and then I
so cool.
so I've done I have some experience like that, but never. It's not official stage directing experience. It's more like
Mhm.
I just wanted to create a story, and I was like, "Do you guys want to do it?" And they'd be like, "Yeah," you know. But it is so much work and stress to be a director because there's people that don't show up on time. Not showing up on time is one thing. Not showing up at all, like they come the first day and then they're like,
Yeah.
"You know what? I don't think I'm into this anymore." Like anytime I'm on set that happens, I'm like, what are we gonna do? Do I need to put on like a wig and pretend like I'm this person? You just shoot me from the back. Like I'm just like, what are we gonna do to like fix this? But it seems like I'm the one that gets stressed out more than anything. But yeah, so with all of like the just different things that go into directing, I think that if I did do it, I would want to do like co-directing first, where I was like working with
Yeah.
along someone else with someone else. So if I got overwhelmed, they could like, you know, take the wheel. You know what I mean? Like and like
Yeah.
so it wouldn't go to
I
shit,
guess
basically.
yeah, when you put it like that, I can see myself being able to have some input as a co-director. I don't think I could completely take the wheel and steer as a director, though, by any
Yeah.
means right now.
I don't know. I would love to hear what you would have to say about the characters that are being played around us. Like yeah, like I said, like I feel like you have a strong natural inclination to do certain things with your characters and I don't know.
Mhm.
Sometimes I get ideas for other people's characters and like I'm like I have to keep to, you know, I say sometimes, would I have a suggestion? Would you like to hear
Uh,
it? You know, I feel silly doing that. And then I'll just give it to them whether they use it or not, you know? It's just like, I see this for their character. I would love to hear your
mhm.
ideas for the character, like my character, like all the characters that were around you, like what you would have done. Like, I don't know. I think you'd be good at like leading other people to get to the final, like their final presentation of their character. So I think you'd be good at directing
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I
for
appreciate
sure.
that.
Absolutely. So, what do you think keeps pulling you back to horror? Is it just the opportunities in horror? Are you a big fan of horror?
I'm a huge fan of horror. That's usually my go-to is a horror film or a comedy if I'm gonna watch
Uh-huh.
something just hanging out. But, yeah, I guess it sort of just fell into my lap.
Same.
It's like I said, meeting people on social media, Matt Cloud and then William, just the people that I've stumbled across, and luckily I do love the genre, so it works out. But like we were just talking about, I'd love to play like something in a drama role or something like that. But yeah, I love horror.
Yeah, I can tell. Like with like your Instagram posts, like everything
My
seems kind
Instagram.
of yeah, it's all like very horror centric. So I could tell that you were like an actual diehard fan. Like I personally, people are like,
Mhm.
are you just a horror actress or do you really love horror? And it's like I love movies. So like I just like movies in general. I like storytelling. I want to know. I like to I like to just watch movies, you know what I mean? So horror has always
Yeah.
been a natural part of that for me. But for you, it seems like you're like very into like the Scream stuff and like the like Freddy's and
Yeah.
Jason's and all that stuff. It just seems like you're very into it, which I'm sure that the fans really connect with, like that you love
Yeah, I
what you're
think
doing.
so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely into it. Not as into it as some people are though. Like I'll think that I'm this horror guru or whatever, and I'll
Yeah.
start talking to somebody else who's like talking about stuff I have no idea about. They're like, "Oh, well, you didn't see in Friday the 13th 3 this happened," and that. I'm like, dude, I've seen it like once. I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
I'm the same way, but I'm just like I do want to hear what they have to say. I'm like, what like subplot did you pick up on that like nobody else
Yeah,
knows about? Like I want to know what their theories are. Like I find that
yeah,
really fascinating. But like again, like you said like you only watched it once. That's kind of my
yeah.
deal. Like they're like, "Well, what do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know, man. I watched that a
Like
long
years
time
ago, one
ago."
time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
one time. Like the movies that I watch and rewatch are usually like classic films, like
Hmm.
older black and white. Those are the things that like I just put on over and over again. And like I said, like I guess Girl Interrupted was like my comfort movie for a while. I would literally just put it on while I
Yeah.
was going to sleep at night, which is what's wrong with me? Like, why would I do that?
I've done that too, I've done it too. I could probably recite the whole film, I've seen it so many times. But you said you like old school classic films, do you like Gone with the Wind?
I do like Gone with the Wind. Yeah, I like
I
Gone with
like
the
it.
Wind.
I know it's kinda like a lot of people's go-to when they think about an old movie, but I do truly love that film, and Clark Gable is I thought he was so hot. I was a young girl thinking this older man in Gone with the Wind was hot.
Oh yeah, no, we watched it and like for some reason, I have no idea, but my 4th grade teacher would like let us watch like parts of it in the evenings or not the evenings, but like right
Mhm.
before school would let out and she would give us Jolly Ranchers and like it seemed like there's people around me, the other kids, they were just like, "What is this? This isn't Nickelodeon. This isn't the Disney Channel." And I'm just like,
Yeah,
"Shut up." Like this is fucking great. Like
like,
I love
"Shh."
this. Yeah. I was that girl. They were just like, "This girl's so weird." But yeah, no, and I think that honestly, the classic films and stuff, it really it influences my acting. So I feel like I
Mhm.
almost like pick like I mean, like you said, you kind of like watch certain things. Like I've been watching a lot of clown movies the last like 2 weeks
Oh,
since I'm about to do this like Psycho Clown movie. I'd like to
uh,
watch The Dark Knight tonight because I've never seen it actually, and I kind of want to
oh
like.
my god! I
That's
can't
what
believe you've
everybody
never seen
says.
that!
I
You need
know,
to
I
watch
know.
it. Oh my god.
And so I'm gonna watch that
I'm
tonight if possible. But I have to like go get have to do so much stuff before I leave for this movie tomorrow. So I'm hoping that I can get everything done. But yeah, I mean, as far as like balancing acting and your life, like, do you find that like difficult sometimes?
no, but the only thing that I could say, and this might sound weird to some people, if you're not into astrology, you don't get it, but I'm a Taurus, and so I'm very, like, set in my ways and my routine. So the
Mm-hmm.
only thing that I could say that would be challenging as far as, like, day-to-day life and filming, like, when we have a 4-day filming block, it
Oh
is
yeah.
kinda difficult for me to uproot myself from my routine and get into the swing of filming, like, up till, like, countless hours into the night and then doing it again the next day. So that is kinda challenging, but once I get into the swing of it, I'm good, but that's
Yeah.
definitely challenging, though.
See, I don't know if this is the opposite, but I feel like that's what I like about filming. See, like before I started acting, like I've always had like some form of OnlyFans. I mean, even before it was OnlyFans, I had like
Uh-huh.
a solo site, and I danced in clubs and stuff. But I've never done that like every single day. Like I've always been the type of person that like I need money to come from different sources. So before
Yeah.
I started acting, I was working at a salon 5-6 days a week, and I hated that. So what I like about like acting is that if it is a 4-day or even damn like a 3-week block and we have to be there, like
Oh,
it's like I
wow.
know that there's an end to it. Like I don't know, like it
Mhm.
tricks my mind. Like, okay, so I only have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and be there till 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever, the like
I
grueling
guess,
schedule
yeah,
is.
I can see that. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but like it's not forever. When I was in the salon, I was like, "Oh my God, is this gonna be my life forever?" Like, I don't like this at
Yeah.
all. Like, coming from always working for myself pretty much and getting into
Mhm.
that kind of business, like whenever acting started like picking up for me, I was like, this is it. Like, this is what I prefer to do. I don't want to get to know, like in the salons, the longer you work there, the more drama there is. But like
Oh, I'm sure.
on sets, it's like you said, 4 days. We can keep it cute
Mhm.
for 4 days. Like, it's not, nobody's getting to know each other that crazy well that they're like coming up with like, oh, I'm suspicious of
Yeah.
this person or something like in
Uh-huh.
salons. But
I mean,
that's
you'll have
just,
your on-set drama here and there, but I mean,
yeah,
overall, the few things that I've done, things everybody's been cool. I haven't dealt with any too much gossip or drama or anything like that, so
me
that's good.
either. And honestly, like whenever people start talking about negativity on sets, I kind of like walk away. I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
bye.
same.
I'm
It's just
like,
like, I don't want any part of it.
I don't want any part of it. I don't even want to know about it because if you tell me that this person is doing this, then I'm going to start like watching them for that, and then I'm going to be offended,
Mhm.
and like I just can't hear it. Like I even tell people like you don't have to tell me. Like if it's like something
Yeah,
that's like threatening your work or something, you should talk to the director, but I don't have to know. Like I don't want to
yeah.
know. Like you don't have to tell me. But yeah, it's like easy to stay away from drama on sets
Mhm.
if you have a good, like if you have the mind enough to say I don't want to be a part of that, just stay
Yeah,
out of
I
it.
mean, not everybody's like that. Some people
They
will just
don't.
get, like, sucked into the gossip and the drama. I've learned that I just would rather separate myself from it. Like you said, I'll just leave the room and go scroll my phone or something until we're
Yeah,
ready to shoot again.
exactly. Yeah, no, I do the same thing. And a lot of times I'm so oblivious to the drama because I purposely am that I'm just like after we'll like wrap on a set, someone will tell me like, "Oh, this stuff was going on." I was like, "What?" Like I didn't even know
What?
any of Yeah, I didn't know any of that was going
Yeah.
on. Like I was just doing my job and having a good time, but so what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you on the set, on a set?
Funniest thing, like, behind the scenes or while filming?
Either, it doesn't matter. Like while you're
Okay.
working in a film
I think
project.
one of the funniest thing, like, speaking of Matt Cloud,
Mm.
there's a scene where I have to, I don't know if you'd call it a pipe, but it's like I had to sit on a pipe type thing. It was in
Oh my
between my butt
God.
cheeks because there's something that, like, shoots out from between my legs, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, I was gonna
And
ask you about that.
yeah. So that was really just funny and uncomfortable all around. He was like, "Okay, Caitlin, now you gotta spread your legs, and we're gonna put this here." And it was, I'm so comfortable with him, so it wasn't awkward. It was just a really funny experience. And later on, I guess somebody was complaining about something that they had to do, and he was like, "What are you complaining about? Kayla was just sitting there for like 30 minutes with a pipe up her ass. Like, what are you complaining?"
Exactly.
So that was funny.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said something about that part in your segment
Uh,
of the anthology because I literally was like clutched my pearls. I was like, "Oh my God,
like,
like what is
what is
happening at
that?
this point?" I don't want to ruin this part for you guys. Like you have to see this. And it is on streaming,
Uh,
isn't it? It's like
Yeah,
on
it's on,
TV.
yeah, Tubi, Plex,
Yeah, for
Fandigo.
sure. Yeah, so definitely check this out. But yeah, the end there, I was just like, that's not where I thought this was going at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, like it
I've
actually
had a lot of
gagged
people
me.
ask me, they're like, "So what was that and why?" Da, 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 and without like you said, it's the ending, so I don't wanna give that part away, but I
Sure.
try to explain it the best I can. I was like, "It's just like a little bit of sci-fi mixed in there, you know?"
I like that. I prefer
That's what I
that,
was yeah.
honestly.
Mhm.
So, what is your dream director to work with?
Rob
Like
Zombie.
on any level? Oh, yeah, duh. You're right.
I
That would
think,
be so killer. Yeah,
Quentin
would be
Tarantino would
awesome.
be cool,
Yes.
but I don't know, I've heard things about him, but I don't know, I still think it would be amazing. He's Quentin Tarantino, so
Yeah, I'd
he
still
can
do
be a
it.
little bit weird, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, if he wants to put powder on my feet or whatever the thing is that he's into
Yeah.
that week, as long as he keeps it cute and like not too
Mhm.
crazy, like you can powder my feet.
I mean,
Um,
because
I don't
you
know, but
know
Rob
anything
Zombie would be
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you know anything that Rob Zombie makes is going to be it's gonna be a cult classic. Like, even if it
Immediately.
doesn't make it huge, his cult fan base is so die-hard that it's gonna be a big deal. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I
we
mean,
just
even just oh, no, go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, I was gonna say we
I
just
was gonna
watched
say
the fire sorry, it's probably like a
sorry.
it's like a
It's a
lag or
delay.
something. Yes, a
Uh-huh.
delay is correct. But I was gonna say we just watched the Firefly Family trilogy. Me and Andrew did as my first official
Yeah.
episode, and like I didn't even know Three from Hell existed, but I was so delighted that it
Uh,
did. I was like, that's great. Like, because I love House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's
uh,
Rejects,
same.
amazing. But like, you
Mhm.
know, the third one wasn't like the best out of the three by any means, but like I was so still delighted to see it. I was so delighted that it existed. And Baby, or Sherry Moon, like she was like so funny in that one.
Yeah, she was. It was different. I mean, I guess because she spent so much time in prison, she was
Yeah,
still like, have completely lost her marbles or whatever. I mean,
right.
she was already kooky before that, but
For
yeah,
sure.
she's so funny, I love her.
Yeah, no, I thought it was very comedic, that part, like in that specific movie. It's too bad about Sid Haig though, being
I
able
know,
to
that was
like,
so sad.
yeah, I would have loved to have met him.
Same here, I heard he was really laid back and chill. I mean, he seems like he would be. But
Hmm.
I didn't know this, Rob Zombie had to last minute just, like, completely rewrite I don't know about the entirety of the script, but because he died so unexpectedly, he had to change everything, like, very last minute to write in, I can't remember the character's name that he's wearing a shirt that says "Disco Sucks" on it
Yeah, it's Otis's
in the
brother, but
film.
I can't remember his name.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't either.
But yeah, no, we kind of looked that up. Like we were pausing it, like, okay, so because I thought that maybe the reason why, because since I didn't even know this movie existed, I thought maybe the reason why Rob was like making it was maybe with the like knowing that Sid could be sick and maybe not be around much longer. But I don't think that they expected him to
Oh,
pass away at
okay.
all because I saw that they had to reshoot or not completely reshoot him out,
Mhm.
obviously, but like when he passed away, like they had to like rewrite a bunch of stuff. And that's got to be really super challenging for a director that's like, this is what's expected of you, like a follow
Yeah.
up to Devil's Rejects. What are you going to do now? And I think
Mhm.
he honestly, he did better than most of us could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think he did what he could with his, unfortunate circumstances, and I heard that, because Sid Haig did, all the conventions and stuff, and he was losing a significant amount of weight, people were noticing, so I don't know if he was sick or do you know anything about that?
I
I'm not
don't.
100% sure what was going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
I'm not
losing a lot of
sure.
weight, and I should look into it. I'm not sure either.
He did look thin in the beginning of that movie. I was like,
Mhm.
because I remember thinking, I was like aghast. I was like, oh my God, not that he was an older man and the other ones, but I was like, oh, he's so thin, like that poor man. And so that's whenever I looked at Andrew and I was like, do you think that like Rob set out to make this third movie as like a tribute to him, knowing that he was like going to pass away soon? And he was like, no, he knew he wanted to make this a
Yeah.
trilogy from the beginning. And it was kind of like an
Mhm.
inconvenient, not, obviously all death is an inconvenience, but it was an inconvenience to his
Yeah.
movie to have to rewrite it. And we kind of looked that up. And that goes to show though that like the professionalism, like he finished it. He finished the
Oh,
movie.
yeah. That's a true
Like,
professional for you.
and
Yeah.
it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about what you have coming up next. Let's talk about Goldilocks.
I actually Goldilocks, or I thought you meant, like, another film that I'm gonna be working on. You wanna talk about Goldilocks?
Let's talk about all of them.
Yeah, let's talk about Goldilocks.
Okay. So, are you guys done filming?
No, I have, on August 16th, Sunday, August 16th, we're shooting. He wants to do something else with me and Andy, and then, obviously, I can't say what's gonna happen to
Sure.
my character, but, he added that in, and it's gonna be crazy, very powerful. I'm excited about it, and, I think he mentioned that he wants us to do something together. I don't wanna give that away either. I don't know if you're gonna be able to or not.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be where I can shoot it, like, on my own.
Okay.
So I think that, and I was really excited that he got back in touch with me about that because
Mhm.
I was kind of bummed that I wasn't gonna get to do it, and then he was like,
I
"Yeah, no,
know.
no, no, we got it. We're gonna do it this way. We actually need that for the character development." So I was like, "Oh, yeah, I can totally get that knocked out for you." But, do you have
Okay,
something else
cool.
coming up on the horizon?
Yes, I don't know exactly when, it's up in the air, but there's a film called Body Farm. It's, based
Ooh.
on, have you heard of the Body Farm?
Is that, like, where they put people out to rot and then,
They
check
do,
it's
like,
like a
forensic
science?
studies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a movie called Body Farm, they're making a sequel, and the director told me he has a specific role in mind for me, and he wants me to play, like, the villain. So I'm really excited about that.
Ooh, that's so awesome. So how'd you get linked up with this
Yeah.
director?
Social media, Instagram.
Yeah. That's people are always
It's
asking me,
crazy.
like, "Are you on Backstage? Are you on, Actors Access?" And I'm like, "No." Like, I get all my roles from really Facebook, honestly.
Yeah.
Instagram, it's hard to communicate on there because I get so many messages. So it's like I just prefer people email me, but like a lot of times I'll see casting calls on one of the socials and then
Mhm.
I'll just reach out directly via email and that's how I get the ball rolling. And I do a lot of auditions too. Do you
Oh,
do
okay.
many auditions?
I will say that I've auditioned for parts, but I've been fortunate to where a lot of the time people will just see previous work that I've done and they'll say, "Oh, you were great in this. I know you'll be able to deliver. I want to give you this part." So I've been lucky in that aspect.
I
But
love that.
I need to get back on my auditioning game.
You should. I mean, because even when like I said, I do a lot of auditions, so obviously I'm not getting
Mhm.
all the callbacks in the world, because otherwise I'd
Yeah.
not be able to do anything else at all. But I feel like it's like it's an acting exercise. So even if you don't get the part, just I think of it as like I'm trying on this different kind of character that I've never maybe played before, and it gives me an
Mhm.
opportunity to learn about playing a character like that. And then also, like,
Yeah.
sometimes, I don't have a reel. I don't have like a established reel of footage
I don't
from any
either.
movies. That's another thing that I don't do correctly because you're supposed to have one.
I
But like a
know.
lot of times, if people say, "Oh, I really want you for this role as a mother or something," but I've never seen you play a part of as a mother, I'm like, I have an audition like that like I did for somebody else like last year. I could send you that. And then sometimes the auditions,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
even though I may not get the part that I auditioned for, or maybe I did, either way, I can repurpose them and be like, look, well, I've tried that on. I've tried that like character on for size, and this is how I did it. Like, and
That's
sometimes like,
awesome.
yeah, so I save them all. Like I save them all just in case, like I can send them to somebody else that's looking for a similar character as the one I auditioned for. But I also just feel like it's like taking class.
Yeah, it is, for sure, it's good experience. Are in-person auditions even a thing anymore, or is everything
I've
just
done I've done one in-person audition. Excuse you.
Sorry.
I did one. That's okay. I did one in-person audition since I've started acting, and it was
Mhm.
literally the week before everything shut down for 2020, and then like I got the role, but then we never filmed it because
Uh,
of 2020.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a in-person audition when I was still in the San Francisco Bay Area. I was so pissed off because they told me prior to coming into audition, they said, "Oh, we have a big name that's going to be in this film. We don't wanna disclose that information until you get the part." So I already knew
Okay.
going in, like, "Okay, this is probably gonna end up being a big deal." They have a big name, and so I
Yeah.
think I, like, worked myself up, gave myself anxiety or something about that, and I was much younger. So I bombed. I bombed the audition. I did not do well at all. I didn't get the part, but
It
I
happens to the
prefer
best of
doing
us.
the video. Mhm.
Yeah, no, a video is it's really nice because you can take as many takes as you want. A lot of times I don't have time for that though because like I'll like because I travel so much and I'm always on the road for different things that like I'll do like 2 to 5 auditions in a day. So cuz I'm like all packing
Oh,
them in. So
wow.
like I can't do as like in a perfect world, I would love to study the sides that they give me all day, like dedicated time, like really
Mm.
breaking it down like you do whenever you're hired, like with your script.
Yeah.
But like there's no way for me to be able to like give that much attention to each audition, but I still do the best I can, to the best of my ability. But, in some ways I kind of wish there were just like regular walk in the door auditions because it's like you do it one time and then they can also give you like immediate feedback like can you read it a more vulnerable or can you be a little bit more like you have a secret like a secret that you're hiding from this person that you're talking
Yeah.
to then and they don't know what you're really thinking or whatever it is like you can kind of like take that feedback right away whereas whenever you send in an audition I mean, the only feedback they can do is say, well, we kind of want it played like this. Can you do another self tape? And then that's like a whole thing, to do that. But
And with
I
the
don't know.
in-person auditions too, the in-person
Yeah.
auditions, I feel like an energy, like, in a presence goes a long way, and you can't always feel
Oh
somebody's
yeah.
presence through you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they say with all these different like acting how to Instagram reels that I follow, they're just like, they kind of all always know, like even in your introduction, like the way you introduce yourself, be the energy of yourself but also the character that you're about to play because like if
Mhm.
you run in there and you're just like hi I'm Jessa Jupiter Flux and you're like
Yeah.
and then you play this like really somber character they're gonna be like they're probably gonna turn it off before they even get to the playing
Yeah.
part where you're like because they're gonna be like oh that's definitely not the type we're looking for so it's always like give the presence that you want but like you said in person it's hard to just not be yourself and that's a good thing. Like it's a good thing they can kind of get a
Uh-huh.
read off of you and they also probably can tell how you're going to work with other people by just the way you relate to them,
Uh-huh, exactly. The
which you
in-person vibe
can't.
and energy.
I mean, but I don't live in sadly I don't live like in an area where there would be a lot of in-person auditions. So
No.
I do feel like it's a blessing that, after 2020, like we pretty much primarily do the video auditions. So it is nice for everybody to be able to have a chance, like an equal playing ground, to just be able to
Yeah,
send in
and
an audition.
I love that things have changed so much. Like, you don't have to be in LA anymore to
Oh
get
yeah,
cast for parts. I mean, they're making films all over the place, like the Terrifier films, that's somewhere, I believe, in, like, the New York area, which, I mean, they've always had
I
film
think
work out
so.
there, but, um, yeah, I mean, you don't have to be in Hollywood anymore to make it, and that's
No, I
that's really
totally
cool.
agree. Yeah, I love that. Like, I took some classes in Austin, and like the
Mhm.
guy that he was a big proponent of like saying you don't have to move to LA to do this. You can stay right here and audition for roles that are outside of your area or in the area. Like I
Uh-huh.
live in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like there are some film
So do
projects around
I.
here, and I love that. Like, I love it whenever I don't have to go
Mhm.
very far to play a role. But, I also really enjoy traveling and experiencing new places and stuff. So it's like, if if you really want to do this work, you can absolutely make it work just seeking out these auditions and like doing them and just like sending them in.
Yeah.
And like I said, even if you don't get the parts, like every single part that you put in for, which I don't, like
Uh,
I probably get one out of every 12 or something, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing them like a lot, you know? But like it's like each time I get to play a role, that's a whole thing. Like it's like opening Pandora's box. Like, oh, okay, now I know that I can play that
yeah,
role. Like, you know what I mean? So it's you looking
yeah.
at it as an opportunity rather than like a burden really helps.
Yeah, it's like everything is a stepping stone, like, no matter how big or small the project, I've learned that too. It leads to something, opens another door. I
It
mean, look,
totally does.
we're doing this podcast right now, and we didn't even know each other until December of last year, so it's cool that we get to meet new people doing this stuff, and it's nice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's one of my favorite aspects about being on set is the camaraderie and like getting to know people like that are doing different jobs, you know what I mean? And then you stay friends with
Yeah,
them. And a lot of times that's how I get my roles is that like I'll work with somebody and they'll just be doing sound on a movie, but then they're working on this other movie and then a girl that fits my description had to drop out for some other random reason and they're like, "Well, let's get Jessa
uh-huh,
on the horn and see if she can do the part." A lot of times it's just
yeah,
referrals, just meeting people and then knowing that like if you treat them well and they have a good time with you, they're going to tell another director or another company that they should hire you. So like it's always,
yeah,
this doing this kind of
networking,
thing. Yes, and it's like I think people have a really hard time with networking sometimes. It seems like people have a hard time like
yeah,
just being cool. Like just be cool to everybody.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
I
all you have to
mean,
do.
it comes natural to some people like you.
Well, I mean, like, I've definitely been,
Some
like, to myself on sets. Like,
Oh, me too.
I worked with this, one guy earlier in my career, and, I was just, like, the kind of person I think it was, like, one of my probably 3rd or 4th movies that I ever did, and when we weren't shooting my scenes, I was, like, reading a book, and he was just like, "Some people thought you were, like, mad at them," and I was
Mm.
like, "Why?" And they're like, "'Cause you weren't talking." I'm like, "Yeah, but they were talking, and you kept telling them to, like, stop talking." Because you were shooting in the other room, so
Yeah.
I didn't wanna be a nuisance, so I just kept to myself. But so, like, sometimes I think people read my shyness and my to myselfness a weird way, but, like, honestly, like, I just, like if anybody needs help on set, if they are like, "Oh my god, I know you're not in the scene, but I cannot get this line. Can you help me break it down in a way that, like, I can memorize it?" And I'll be like, "Yes, I can totally help you. Let's go outside though." You know what I mean? Like, so, like, we're not disturbing what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm totally down to do whatever on set. Like, if I just because I'm reading my book or whatever, or like reading my lines for my next scene, doesn't mean like, you can't come talk to me. But I don't know. I think it's just like being polite, just treating people how you want to be treated. And if you do that and they have a good time with you, they're gonna recommend you for other stuff. For sure.
Be respectful, be easy to work with. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
act like a diva on set. I've seen people doing it too, acting like divas on set. I'm like, I don't
It's
know who
not a
you
good
think you
look.
are. Like, I've never heard of you, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good look, I mean, I feel like a
No.
diva because like I like have a lactose intolerance, so I'm always like, I can't have anything with cheese in it. Like I feel so bad about that.
I
But it's like
remember you saying
also
that. You were like, you said, you like, I feel like people are thinking I'm being bougie or something.
yeah, like cuz I hate that, but it's like also you don't want me to be so sick that like I have to miss a whole day of like filming or something either. So
No.
like it's like I have to be honest about it, but I do feel I get that like embarrassment. I'm like, "Oh my god, they're gonna think I'm a diva because I eat weird."
No, that's a severe like food allergy, right?
Yeah, dude, it's really bad. It's, like, really, really
Yeah.
bad.
No,
But,
I wouldn't feel like you're not being a diva.
so if you could tell the people that are viewing this which of your projects to view first, that you have online, can you share the short that you shared with me? Like whenever I post this on my Patreon, can I also put the short and so people can
Oh,
check it out if
yeah.
they want to? Would that be okay with the director?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, he sent me the link a couple of years ago, and he initially posted it on his YouTube page, but I can't find it for some reason. But yeah,
Mhm.
you can share the one that I sent you.
Okay, cool. Because I thought that was really, really, really solid. Like it was a really, really solid performance. But I can't wait for everybody to see us in Goldilocks because I think
I
this
know.
movie is turning out to be something really special. I knew that from the beginning, and I told you that. I was like, I really
Uh-huh.
feel that this is going to be an iconic indie film. Like, I think people are really going to get into it. But the more I find out that William's putting into it, like, he keeps adding stuff and making it layered, that, like,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like, it's even going to blow. It's gonna blow people's minds, honestly. I think it's gonna be so good, and I think it's gonna, like, put us on the map. You know what I mean? Like, I think people are
I
gonna
I
see
agree.
it.
It's like fingers crossed.
No, I really truly I think, like, people are gonna see this and they're gonna be reaching out to all of us, Andy included. Like, you know what
Mhm.
I mean? I think they're gonna be reaching out like,
Yeah.
"Would you be willing to take on this role?" Because I think that we all showed a side of ourselves in Goldilocks that was not something I don't know. I've played like the party girl before, but like I went with my
Mhm.
character in Goldilocks, I really wanted to show like a secret vulnerability as far as like is make I like my character's like, "Oh, yes, I'm very confident," but like there was moments with you where I was like, "Do I look okay?" Like I wanted it to
Yeah.
I wanted people to know that like sometimes confidence is a show because you're so not confident. You know what I mean? And that's how I wanted to
Uh-huh.
play her. So to be able to have like put that depth into this character, I was really, really proud of that. And I feel like all of our characters had like little nuances like that I think people are going to get into.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and
So how
Andy
can
was really
Oh, Andy's
impressive.
so good. Andy, like, I gotta
Yeah.
get Andy up on here. Like, Andy was so, so talented. And, like, just hearing her story about, like, how she got started with
Mhm.
acting and, how I think she's studying to be, like a scientist or something, like, really important.
Yeah.
But, like, she also, like, she's doing acting at the same time. Like, that's very hard work to, like, be able to balance all of that. So she's she impresses me the hell out of me.
Yeah, same. Same here. And she cried on cue. That was
Oh god, yeah.
amazing. That's not easy
N
to do.
no. No, not at all. She was
They said
amazing.
something like, they said something to her like, "Oh, do you want, like, some Visine so we can do some tears?" And she's like, "No, no, it's coming." And then the tears just started, like, pouring down
Yeah.
her face. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's so impressive. So, how can people find you online? Like, where's the best place to like follow you and your work?
Instagram 100%. I don't have Facebook anymore due to like unfortunate experiences, but I should bring Facebook back. But yeah, Instagram, just my name, Kaila Spargo Soos. And
I
I'm
love
on
your name.
TikTok. Oh, thank you.
It's so whimsical.
I'm on TikTok, but I don't really post there very often. I just kind of play around on there sometimes.
Same, same. Well, then Instagram it is. I'll put it in the description below whenever I post this so
Okay.
people can find you because I want to point people to Kayla's direction. I really feel that you would get a lot of value of having Kaila act in your project. She's so talented.
Oh,
Like
that's
I mean, I really truly I work with a lot of people and like, you can tell who takes it seriously, but it's like for you, it's like you take it seriously, but it's like it's effortless. Like it feels so natural. Every part I've seen you do so far, I'm just like gosh, like I wish I could just have that
oh,
ease about it. Like it's just like you sink into the role and you play it like beautifully. So I really, really, really hope
thank
that you start
you.
acting more and you those opportunities come for you and I think that they will. So keep acting.
Okay, thank you so much. And you're incredible. You're talented and you're beautiful and you're so
Oh,
sweet.
thank
And
you.
I really appreciate you having me on. This is my first
Yeah, thank
podcast,
you.
like I said. So,
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on and being my first like official guest. Like my boyfriend doesn't count. Like he lives here. Like so like you're my first official guest. And I just like I knew it had to be you. So I was like I hoped so much that you would be available today to be able to do this. So I'm so appreciative. Thank you for
oh,
your time. Everybody check Kaila out. She's freaking amazing. And thank you
oh,
for
thank
watching our
you.
show. Please like, share, and subscribe. I always forget the three things. I'm like, you like, share with somebody you know, and
And
then
subscribe.
and subscribe. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you next
All right,
time
bye.
on the Flux Film Society. Whoa. Bye.